What if I told you that most people over 70 can't do these 8 simple things? Sounds unbelievable, right? But the truth is, aging takes a toll in ways most of us never expect. From struggling to stand up without help to losing balance while walking, these changes happen slowly, and by the time you notice, it's often too late. But here's the real question: can you still do them? In this video, we'll reveal 8 everyday movements that become surprisingly difficult after 70 and how you can fight back. Rising from a chair without using hands. Before we talk about the challenge of standing up without using your hands, try this simple test. Sit in a chair, cross your arms over your chest, and attempt to stand up using only your legs. Can you do it easily, or do you find yourself instinctively reaching for support? This movement might seem effortless when you're younger, but as we age, it becomes increasingly difficult. In fact, difficulty standing up from a chair is one of the earliest signs of lower body weakness. If you struggle with it now, it could indicate a decline in leg strength, balance, or overall mobility, factors that play a crucial role in maintaining independence. Why does standing up become harder with age? The ability to rise from a chair without using your hands is largely dependent on leg strength, particularly in the quadriceps, hamstrings, and glutes. These muscles power most of our daily movements, walking, climbing stairs, and even getting out of bed. However, as we age, we naturally lose muscle mass, a process known as sarcopenia. This muscle loss begins around the age of 30 and accelerates after 60, making once simple movements far more challenging. Another key factor is joint stiffness. Over time, the cartilage in our knees and hips wears down, leading to stiffness and discomfort. When your joints aren't as flexible, your body compensates by relying more on your arms or shifting your weight forward, both of which make standing up without assistance much harder. Balance also plays a significant role. To rise from a chair, your body needs to shift weight forward while engaging your core and legs in a controlled motion. If your balance is compromised, whether due to inner ear issues, weakened core muscles, or reduced coordination, standing up becomes not only difficult, but potentially dangerous. What this means for daily life. Struggling to rise from a chair might not seem like a big deal at first, but think about how often you perform this movement every day. Whether it's getting up from the couch, using the restroom, or getting out of a car, this action is essential for maintaining an active and independent lifestyle. Research even suggests that the ability to stand from a sitting position without assistance is directly linked to longevity and overall health. A study in the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology found that people who could sit down and stand up without using their hands had a significantly lower risk of early death compared to those who needed assistance. This connection highlights how crucial leg strength is for overall well-being. Exercises to strengthen leg muscles and improve mobility. The good news: you can regain strength and make standing up easier with targeted exercises. Here are some of the best movements to help you build lower body power and improve mobility. 1. Sit to stand exercise. The best starting point. This is one of the most effective ways to improve your ability to stand up without using your hands. How to do it? Sit in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the ground and arms crossed over your chest. Engage your core and lean slightly forward. Push through your heels and stand up using only your legs. Slowly lower yourself back down and repeat 10 to 15 times. If this is too difficult at first, try using a taller chair or placing a cushion on the seat to reduce the distance. Second wall sit. Builds endurance and strength. Wall sits are excellent for strengthening the quadriceps and improving endurance. How to do it? Stand with your back against a wall and slide down until your knees are at a 90-degree angle. Keep your feet hip-width apart and press your lower back against the wall. Hold this position for 20 to 30 seconds and gradually increase the duration as you get stronger. Third step-ups. Mimics everyday movements. Step-ups improve leg strength and balance, making daily movements like climbing stairs easier. How to do it. Stand in front of a step or low bench. Step up with one foot followed by the other, then step back down. Perform 10 to 12 reps per leg. For an added challenge, try holding light weights. Fourth, lunges. Great for balance and stability. Lunges target multiple muscle groups, including the quadriceps, hamstrings, and glutes. How to do it. Stand tall and take a step forward with one leg. Lower your body until your front knee forms a 90-degree angle. Push back to the starting position and switch legs. Repeat for 10 to 12 reps on each leg. Fifth, heel raises. Strengthens ankles and improves stability. Strong ankles contribute to better balance and mobility, making this an essential exercise. How to do it. Stand with your feet hip-width apart. Slowly raise your heels off the ground, then lower them back down. Perform 15 to 20 reps. Daily habits to improve strength and mobility. In addition to structured exercises, small changes in daily habits can make a big difference. Stand up frequently. Avoid sitting for long periods. Try standing up and walking around every 30 minutes. Use stairs instead of elevators. Whenever possible, to keep your legs active. Engage in activities that require leg strength, such as gardening, dancing, or brisk walking. Practice controlled movements. When getting up from a chair, focus on using your legs rather than pushing off with your hands. Even if you struggle with this now, consistent effort can lead to significant improvements. Many people regain their ability to stand up without assistance through strength training and small daily adjustments. Standing on one leg. Before we talk about the challenges of standing on one leg, try this right now. Lift one foot off the ground and see how long you can stay balanced. Feels easy? Now, close your eyes and try again. Suddenly, it's much harder, isn't it? Balancing on one leg might seem like a simple task, but as we age, it becomes surprisingly difficult. In fact, research shows that the ability to stand on one foot for at least 10 seconds is directly linked to longevity. A study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that people over 50 who couldn't hold this position had nearly twice the risk of early death over the next decade. That's a shocking statistic, but why does this happen? As we grow older, several factors contribute to a decline in balance. One of the biggest reasons is muscle loss, or sarcopenia. After the age of 30, we start losing muscle mass, and this process accelerates in our 60s and 70s. The muscles in our legs, particularly in the calves and thighs, play a crucial role in keeping us stable. When these muscles weaken, so does our ability to stay upright. Another major factor is the deterioration of our vestibular system, the inner ear mechanism that helps our brain process balance. Over time, this system becomes less efficient, making it harder for us to maintain stability. That's why many older adults feel dizzy when standing up too quickly or struggle to walk on uneven surfaces. But that's not all. Our proprioception, or the body's awareness of its position in space, also declines with age. When you're young, your brain instantly detects small shifts in weight and corrects them before you even notice. But as we age, these reflexes slow down. That's why something as simple as stepping off a curb or turning too quickly can lead to a fall. And then there's vision. Believe it or not, we rely on our eyesight more than we think for balance. That's why closing your eyes while standing on one foot makes things so much harder. As vision weakens with age, our brain receives less reliable information about where we are in space, making us more prone to instability. So, how can you tell if your balance is already declining? Try this simple test. Stand near a wall or sturdy chair for support. Lift one foot and see how long you can hold it. If you struggle to last 10 seconds, that's a sign your balance may need improvement. And if you find yourself wobbling after just a few seconds, don't worry. Balance can be trained, just like any other skill. One of the best ways to improve balance is by incorporating single leg exercises into your daily routine. A great starting point is simply practicing standing on one foot for a few seconds each day. If that feels easy, try brushing your teeth or washing dishes while balancing on one leg. Over time, increase the duration and challenge yourself by closing your eyes or standing on a softer surface, like a yoga mat. Another effective exercise is the heel-to-toe walk. Simply walk in a straight line, placing the heel of one foot directly in front of the toes of the other. This strengthens the stabilizing muscles in your legs and improves coordination. Strength training also plays a huge role. Exercises like squats, lunges, and calf raises help maintain leg strength, which is crucial for balance. The stronger your legs, the easier it will be to stabilize yourself in everyday movements. But it's not just about muscle strength. Flexibility matters too. Stiff joints, especially in the ankles and hips, make balancing more difficult. Simple stretches like ankle circles and hip openers can help keep your joints mobile and responsive. For those who want to take their balance training to the next level, Tai Chi and yoga are excellent options. Studies show that older adults who practice Tai Chi regularly have significantly lower fall risks. Yoga poses like the spirits are Ori Dana Tree pose and Warrior 3 help strengthen core stability and improve overall coordination. Of course, it's not just about preventing falls. Having good balance also means greater confidence in daily life. Whether it's walking up the stairs, stepping into a shower, or simply playing with your grandkids, better balance keeps you independent and active. And while some decline in balance is natural with age, the good news is that it's never too late to improve. Even small efforts can make a big difference in how steady and secure you feel on your feet. Walking at a brisk pace. Before we talk about the importance of walking speed, take a moment to think about how fast you walk in daily life. Do you still move with the same ease and confidence as you did years ago? Or has your pace slowed down without you even realizing it? For many people, walking speed decreases gradually with age. At first, it might not seem like a big deal. Maybe you take longer to cross the street, or friends start walking ahead of you. But what most people don't know is that your walking speed is closely linked to your overall health and longevity. Studies have found that people who maintain a brisk walking pace tend to live longer, stay independent, and have a lower risk of chronic diseases. A 2019 study published in the journal Mayo Clinic Proceedings found that people who walk at a faster pace tend to have a longer lifespan, regardless of their weight or body composition. In other words, how fast you walk is a strong predictor of your future health. Why does walking speed decrease with age? Slower walking isn't just about getting older. It's often a sign of declining muscle strength, joint stiffness, and reduced cardiovascular fitness. The muscles in your legs, especially your quadriceps and calves, play a major role in pushing you forward with each step. As these muscles weaken, walking becomes less efficient, requiring more effort for the same movement. Balance and coordination also play a role. Over time, the brain's ability to process movement slows down, affecting gait stability and reaction time. This is why older adults are more likely to take shorter, hesitant steps instead of striding confidently. A slower gait may also be a subconscious adjustment to prevent falls, especially if someone has already experienced dizziness or balance issues. Another key factor is lung and heart function. Walking at a brisk pace requires oxygen and endurance. If cardiovascular health declines, even a simple walk can feel exhausting, causing people to slow down or stop moving as much as they used to. The benefits of maintaining a brisk walking pace. Walking faster isn't just about moving quickly, it's about maintaining independence, heart health, and brain function. A faster walking speed is associated with better cardiovascular health. Brisk walking strengthens the heart, lowers blood pressure, and improves circulation, reducing the risk of heart disease. Stronger muscles and joints. Walking at a faster pace helps preserve muscle mass, which is crucial for mobility and preventing falls. Improved balance and coordination. The faster and more confidently you walk, the less likely you are to develop balance-related issues. Sharper brain function. Research shows that people who walk faster have a lower risk of cognitive decline, dementia, and Alzheimer's disease. Longer lifespan. A 2018 study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that people who regularly walk at a brisk pace live longer than those who walk slowly. Increased energy levels. Regular brisk walking boosts stamina, making everyday activities like climbing stairs, shopping, or travelling easier and more enjoyable. How to improve your walking speed and mobility. If you've noticed that your walking speed has slowed down over time, don't worry, it's never too late to improve it. Here are some simple ways to maintain or increase your pace. 1. Set a walking target. Aim for at least 30 minutes of brisk walking per day. 5 days a week. If that feels overwhelming, start with shorter sessions and gradually increase your time and intensity. 2. Practice walking intervals. If you usually walk at a slow pace, try interval walking. Walk at a normal pace for 1 minute, then walk as fast as you can for 30 seconds. Repeat this cycle for 10 to 15 minutes. Over time, your overall walking speed will improve. 3rd, strengthen your legs and core. Since walking speed is directly linked to leg strength, incorporating simple exercises can help. Try squats, strengthens thighs and glutes, calf raises, improves ankle stability, heel-to-toe walks, enhances balance and coordination. Core exercises like planks stabilizes posture for better walking form. 4. Focus on your walking form. A proper walking posture can help you move faster and more efficiently. Keep these tips in mind. Stand tall, with your shoulders relaxed and back straight. Engage your core. To prevent slouching, swing your arms naturally. This helps create momentum. Push off with your toes, instead of shuffling your feet. 5. Use a treadmill or walking app. If outdoor walking isn't always possible, a treadmill allows you to track your speed and challenge yourself with incline settings. Many smartphone apps also help monitor walking speed and progress. 6. Walk with purpose. One of the easiest ways to walk faster is to set a destination and move with intention. Whether it's walking to the store, catching a bus, or simply walking with a friend, having a goal keeps you motivated to move at a steady pace. Daily habits to keep you walking strong. Take the stairs instead of the elevator whenever possible. Walk instead of drive. For short distances, make it a habit to choose walking over convenience. Stay active at home. Even household activities like sweeping, gardening, or dancing can help keep your legs strong. Invest in good walking shoes. Comfortable, supportive footwear can prevent foot pain and encourage you to walk more. If walking at a brisk pace feels challenging at first, don't get discouraged. Small, consistent efforts lead to big improvements over time. The key is to keep moving, keep challenging yourself, and never settle for a slow, hesitant stride. Carrying groceries or light loads. Before we talk about the challenge of carrying groceries or other everyday items, think about the last time you lifted a bag of groceries, a laundry basket, or even a small box. Did it feel as easy as it used to, or did you notice strain in your arms and legs? For many people, lifting and carrying. Everyday items becomes more difficult with age. What once felt effortless, grabbing a gallon of milk, holding a shopping bag, or carrying a few books, can suddenly seem heavy and tiring. The reason behind this is something most people don't talk about. Muscle loss, also known as sarcopenia. Why does carrying objects become harder with age? Sarcopenia is the natural loss of muscle mass and strength. That happens as we get older. It starts as early as our 30s but becomes much more noticeable after 60. By the time someone reaches their 70s, they may have lost up to 50% of their muscle mass, if they haven't taken steps to maintain it. Muscles are responsible for lifting, holding, and stabilizing objects. When they weaken, even small tasks become exhausting. The arms, shoulders, and legs work together to support the body during lifting. If one area is weak, the strain shifts elsewhere, making it harder to balance and increasing the risk of injury. Another factor is grip strength. Studies show that grip strength naturally declines with age, making it more difficult to hold onto bags or boxes securely. This can lead to dropping items unexpectedly or having to put things down frequently while carrying them. The impact on daily life. Carrying groceries or light loads isn't just about strength, it's about maintaining independence. Think about how many daily activities require lifting, bringing in grocery bags from the car, carrying a laundry basket up the stairs, holding a suitcase while travelling, picking up a grandchild, moving household items like a small chair or stack of books. When carrying becomes difficult, people start avoiding tasks that require lifting. They might buy smaller grocery bags, take multiple trips, or ask for help more often. Over time, this can lead to a loss of independence, as simple actions become impossible without assistance. The connection between muscle strength and longevity. Research has found that a muscle strength is a key predictor of longevity. A study published in the Journal of Gerontology found that people with a stronger grip strength had a lower risk of mortality. Another study in the British Medical Journal linked low muscle mass with higher rates of disability and disease. Simply put, the stronger you are, the longer and healthier you're likely to live. Strength isn't just for athletes, it's essential for staying mobile, active, and self-sufficient. How to maintain strength and carry with ease. The good news is that muscle loss isn't permanent. With the right approach, you can rebuild strength and make carrying items easier again. Here's how. 1. Strength training for muscle maintenance. Strength training is the best way to combat sarcopenia. You don't need heavy weights. Even small resistance exercises can make a huge difference. Bicep curls. Hold light weights, or even a water bottle, and curl them up to strengthen arm muscles. Shoulder press. Lift weights above your head to improve shoulder strength and endurance. Deadlifts with light weights. Helps improve overall lifting ability by targeting multiple muscle groups. Squats. Strengthens legs and core, which are crucial for carrying heavy items. Grip strength exercises. Squeeze a stress ball or use a hand gripper to maintain a strong grip. Brisk for holding bags and boxes. 2. Practice carrying different weights. To improve lifting endurance. Try carrying different household objects. Carry a small backpack with a few items inside while walking around the house. Use a grocery bag with some weight. And practice holding it for 30 to 60 seconds. Hold a laundry basket and walk across the room to simulate real-life lifting. The goal is to train your muscles for the movements you do every day, so they remain strong and functional. 3. Improve posture and body mechanics. Many people struggle with lifting because of poor posture. When lifting objects, bend at the knees, not the waist. Engage your core to support your spine. Use both hands to distribute weight evenly. Avoid twisting your body while holding something heavy. Proper form reduces strain on the back and joints, making lifting easier and safer. 4. Stay active in everyday life. Even outside of exercise, there are simple ways to keep muscles engaged. Carry groceries instead of using a cart for short distances. Use stairs instead of elevators when possible. Engage in household tasks like sweeping, gardening, or rearranging light furniture. Play with grandkids or pets. Lifting and moving them strengthens arms and core. Daily movement prevents muscle loss and keeps the body prepared for real-world tasks. 5. Maintain proper nutrition. Muscles need protein to grow and recover. Older adults often don't get enough protein, which speeds up a muscle loss. Good sources include lean meats, chicken, fish, turkey, eggs, dairy, Greek yogurt, cheese, nuts and legumes. Protein supplements if needed. Hydration is also key. Dehydrated muscles are weaker and more prone to cramps, so drinking enough water supports muscle function. Everyday strength and everyday independence. Being able to carry groceries, lift household items and move freely is something many take for granted until it becomes difficult. But with strength training, proper movement and daily activity, it's possible to keep muscles strong for years to come. A strong body means staying independent, confident and capable of handling life's everyday tasks. Bending down to pick up objects. Before we talk about the challenges of bending down, think about the last time you had to pick something up from the floor. Did it feel effortless, or did you hesitate, feeling stiffness in your knees, hips, or back? For many people, bending down becomes a struggle as they age, whether it's picking up a dropped item, tying shoelaces, or reaching for something under the table. What once seemed like a simple movement can start feeling difficult, uncomfortable, or even painful. This happens because flexibility naturally declines with age. Joints become stiffer, muscles tighten, and the range of motion in the hips, knees, and lower back decreases. But why does this happen? And more importantly, how can you prevent it? Why does flexibility decrease with age? Flexibility isn't just about stretching, it's about how well your muscles, tendons, and joints work together. To allow movement, several factors contribute to the decline in flexibility as we get older. Loss of collagen and elasticity. Collagen is a protein that keeps tissues flexible. As we age, collagen production slows down, making muscles and tendons stiffer. Joint degeneration. Over time, the cartilage in joints wears down, leading to stiffness and discomfort, especially in the knees, hips, and spine. The key areas involved in bending down. Muscle tightness. Muscles naturally shorten if they aren't stretched regularly. Sitting for long periods, lack of movement, or skipping stretching routines can cause tight hamstrings, lower back stiffness, and reduced hip mobility. Reduced fluid in joints. Synovial fluid acts as lubrication for joints. As we age, this fluid decreases, making movements feel more rigid. Weaker core and leg muscles. The core and legs support nearly every movement, including bending. Reaching overhead. Before we talk about the challenge of reaching overhead, think about the last time you tried to grab something from the top shelf. Did your shoulders feel stiff? Did you struggle to extend your arms fully? Maybe you had to stand on your toes, or even give up and ask someone else for help. For many people, lifting their arms above their heads becomes surprisingly difficult as they age. What once felt effortless, reaching for a book, adjusting a ceiling fan, or putting away dishes, can start to feel like a strain. This isn't just an inconvenience, it's a sign that your shoulders are losing mobility and strength. Why does shoulder mobility decline with age? The shoulders are among the most mobile joints in the body, but they are also one of the most prone to stiffness and weakness. Over time, several factors contribute to this decline. Loss of joint flexibility. As we age, the connective tissues in our shoulders become less elastic, making it harder to lift our arms fully. Weakening of shoulder muscles. The deltoids, rotator cuff muscles, and upper back muscles all play a role in overhead movement. When they weaken, lifting your arms becomes harder and more tiring. Wear and tear on the rotator cuff. The rotator cuff is a group of muscles and tendons that help stabilize the shoulder. Over time, these tendons can become inflamed or even develop small tears, leading to discomfort or limited mobility. Poor posture. Years of slouching, sitting for long hours, or looking down at screens can cause rounded shoulders and a forward head position, making it harder to lift your arms fully overhead. Arthritis and joint inflammation. Shoulder arthritis can cause stiffness and pain, making overhead movements uncomfortable or even impossible. For some people, the impact on everyday life. Reaching overhead is a movement we seriously think about until it becomes difficult. If shoulder mobility declines, simple tasks can turn into frustrating challenges. Grabbing an item from a high shelf. Hanging clothes on a pretty rack. Changing a light bulb. Combing or styling your hair. Putting on a shirt or jacket. When overhead movement becomes difficult, people often compensate by using bad posture, arching their back, straining their neck, or twisting awkwardly, which can lead to pain and further mobility loss. How to improve shoulder mobility and strength. The good news is that stiff shoulders aren't permanent. With regular movement, stretching, and strength training, you can restore flexibility and make reaching overhead easier again. 1. Shoulder stretches for flexibility. Stretching is the first step in regaining a full range of motion in your shoulders. Here are a few simple stretches that can help. Wall slide stretch. Stand with your back against a wall and slowly slide your arms up and down. This helps improve flexibility and opens up tight shoulders. Cross-body shoulder stretch. Bring one arm across your body and hold it with your other hand to stretch the back of the shoulder. Chest opener. Stretch. Clasp your hands behind your back and gently pull them away from your body to stretch the front of your shoulders. Child's pose. Stretch. Kneel on the floor and extend your arms forward to stretch your neck, shoulders, back, and arms. At the same time. Second, strengthening exercises for overhead mobility. Once your shoulders are more flexible, the next step is building strength, so they can support overhead movements. Here are some simple but effective exercises. Overhead dumbbell press. Holding light weights, push them up above your head and lower them slowly. This strengthens the deltoids and improves shoulder endurance. Front and lateral raises. Lift small weights or even water bottles straight in front of you or to the sides to strengthen your shoulder muscles. Resistance band, pull A parts. Using a resistance band, pull it apart while keeping your arms straight. This strengthens the arterius upper back and shoulders, which are crucial for lifting overhead. Wall angels. Stand against a wall and move your arms in a snow angel motion to increase shoulder mobility and posture. These exercises help keep the shoulders strong and stable, preventing injuries and making overhead movements easier and smoother. Third, posture correction and daily movement. Posture plays a huge role in shoulder mobility. If your shoulders are hunched forward, you'll struggle to lift your arms overhead. Try these posture-improving tips. Sit and stand up straight. Keep your shoulders relaxed, but pulled back slightly. Avoid looking down at screens. Raise your phone or computer screen to eye level. Stretch your chest and upper back regularly. This helps counteract the effects of poor posture. Use both arms equally. Avoid over-relying on one side for carrying or reaching tasks. Making small posture adjustments throughout the day can prevent stiffness and help maintain shoulder mobility. 4. Stay active to prevent stiffness. One of the biggest causes of shoulder stiffness is lack of movement. Dies ein, dies du. The more you use your shoulders, the more flexible and/or functional they remain. Try incorporating these habits. Raise your arms overhead throughout the day, even if it's just reaching up for a stretch. Carry light objects above your head. This strengthens your arms and improves endurance. Engage in activities that require overhead movement. Swimming, yoga, and certain household tasks like hanging clothes keep your shoulders engaged and strong. Take breaks from prolonged sitting. Sitting for long periods tightens the shoulders, so stand up and move. Every hour. Everyday mobility. Everyday independence. The ability to reach overhead without pain or stiffness is something many people take for granted until it becomes difficult, but with regular stretching, strength training and proper posture, you can maintain healthy and mobile shoulders for years to come. A strong upper body means staying independent, active, and able to perform daily tasks with ease. Getting up from the floor. Before we talk about the challenge of getting up from the floor, think about the last time you sat or lay down on the ground. Maybe you were playing with grandkids, stretching, or reaching for something that fell. Now imagine trying to stand back up without using furniture for support. Would it be easy, or would it take effort? For many people, getting up from the floor becomes increasingly difficult with age. What once felt like a simple movement can turn into a struggle due to weakened muscles, reduced flexibility, and balance issues. This is a serious concern because the ability to get up independently is directly linked to mobility, safety, and independence. Why does getting up from the floor become difficult? Several factors contribute to this challenge as people age. It's not just about one specific weakness, but a combination of strength, flexibility, balance, and coordination. Loss of leg and core. Strength. The muscles in the legs and core play a huge role in standing up from the floor. As people age, these muscles weaken, making it harder to push off the ground. Reduced balance and coordination. Getting up requires shifting weight and maintaining stability. If balance declines, standing up can feel wobbly or even unsafe. Joint stiffness and reduced flexibility. The knees, hips and ankles must bend and straighten smoothly for this movement. Over time, joint stiffness makes it difficult to transition from the floor to standing. Fear of falling. Many older adults avoid sitting on the floor altogether because they worry they won't be able to get up. This fear leads to less practice, making the movement even more difficult over time. The importance of practicing this movement. Struggling to get up from the floor isn't just an inconvenience, it can be a serious safety issue. Imagine falling at home with no one around to help. If you can't get up on your own, you may be stuck for hours or even days, which can lead to serious health risks. Practicing this movement regularly keeps your muscles engaged and prepares your body for real-life situations. The good news: strength and mobility can be regained at any age with consistent effort. Safe methods to get up from the floor. If getting up from the floor is a challenge, here's a simple step-by-step method to do it safely. 1. Roll onto your side. If you're on your back, start by rolling onto your side. This position is easier to transition from than lying flat. 2. Push up onto hands and knees. Use your arms to push your upper body up and get onto all fours, hands and knees. Keep your movement slow and controlled. 3. Move into a kneeling position. Bring one knee forward so your foot is flat on the floor. Now you're in a half-kneeling position. 4. Push up to standing. Using your leg strength, push yourself up into a standing position. If needed, place one hand on a nearby sturdy object for support. Practicing this method can build confidence and make the process easier over time. Exercises to improve strength and mobility. If getting up from the floor is difficult now, strengthening key muscle groups can make it easier. Here are some exercises that help. 1. Squats. Squats strengthen the legs, glutes and core. All muscles used to push off the floor. How to do it. Stand with feet shoulder width apart. Lower your body as if sitting in a chair, then push back up. Hold onto a chair for support if needed. 2nd, lunges. Lunges improve leg strength, balance and coordination. Essential for getting up smoothly. How to do it? Step forward with one foot, lower into a lunge, then push back up. Alternate legs. 3rd, seated leg lifts. These strengthen the hip flexors and core, making it easier to transition from sitting to standing. How to do it. Sit in a chair and lift one leg straight out in front of you. Hold for a few seconds, then lower. Repeat with the other leg. 4th, core exercises, seated or lying down. A strong core supports the entire body during movement. How to do it. Try seated knee lifts, gentle crunches or leg raises while lying down. 5th, step-ups. Practicing step-ups builds leg power and balance, which helps with pushing up from the floor. How to do it. Step up onto a low platform or stair, then step back down. Switch legs, flexibility and mobility exercises. In addition to strength, flexibility is crucial. Stretching helps maintain joint mobility, reducing stiffness that makes standing up difficult. 1. Hip flexor stretch. Kneel on one leg, with the other foot forward in a lunge position. Lean forward slightly to stretch the hip of the back leg. 2nd, ankle mobility exercise. Sit in a chair and rotate your ankles in circles. Point and flex your toes to improve ankle flexibility. 3rd, seated hamstring stretch. Check. Sit with one leg extended and reach toward your toes. This improves flexibility in the sarcopenia legs and lower back, making bending and standing up easier. Balance and coordination training. Since the falling is a major concern, improving balance helps prevent accidents while getting up. Here are some simple exercises. Standing on one leg. Hold onto a chair, lift one foot off the ground and balance for a few seconds. Heel to toe. Walk. Walk in a straight line, placing one foot directly in front of the other. Side legs at a décharge. While holding onto a support, lift one leg to the side and lower slowly. The key to independence. Getting up from the floor is more than just a movement. It's a sign of strength, mobility, and independence. Many people avoid it out of fear, but with regular practice, stretching, and strengthening, it can remain a fine, natural, and manageable action. By maintaining this ability, you ensure that if you ever need to stand up after sitting, or even after a fall, you won't have to rely on others. You'll be able to do it on your own. Now that you've seen these 8 challenges, take a moment to assess your own abilities. Can you stand on one leg? Can you rise from a chair without using your hands? If some of these movements feel difficult, don't worry, you're not alone. The good news is that with regular exercise and the right approach, many of these struggles can be improved or even overcome. Staying active is the key to maintaining strength, balance, flexibility, and mobility. As you age, even small consistent efforts like stretching, strength training, and simple balance exercises can make a huge difference in your daily life. The more you move, the more independent, confident, and capable you'll feel. Remember, it's never too late to start. Whether you're in your 40s, 50s, or already past 70, your body can still adapt, strengthen, and improve with the right habits. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. For more content on staying active, healthy, and independent, share this video with friends and family. It might inspire them to test their own abilities too. Stay strong, stay moving, and we'll see you in the next video.